He wasn't born into fame, yet there was always something unmistakable about him, a rare combination of charisma, intensity, and screen magnetism that made audiences pause and pay attention. Kıvanç Tatlıtuğ didn't simply enter Turkish entertainment. He redefined the image of a leading man, transforming an unexpected beginning into one of the most iconic acting careers of his generation. You're watching Celebrity Fandom. If you're into deep dives on star journeys, lifestyles, and the real stories behind the spotlight, hit subscribe now and stay tuned for more. Kıvanç Tatlıtuğ was born on October 27, 1983, in Adana, Turkey. Long before scripts and cameras, his life was shaped by sports and discipline. A talented basketball player in his youth, his path took a dramatic turn due to injury, pushing him toward an entirely different world. That turning point led him to modeling, where his striking presence quickly set him apart. Winning Best Model of Turkey and later Best Model of the World opened doors few could imagine. His transition into acting began in the early 2000s, but it was his role as Mehmet in Gummis that ignited his rise. The series became an international sensation, particularly across the Middle East, turning Kıvanç into a household name and introducing Turkish dramas to a wider global audience. Rather than relying on his early popularity, Kıvanç deliberately reshaped his career. He challenged himself with complex and emotionally demanding roles in Aşk-ı Memnu, Kuzeyune, and Caesar v. Güzel. His portrayal of Belul Hasnadar in Aşk-ı Memnu became one of the most iconic characters in Turkish television history, showcasing emotional conflict, vulnerability, and dramatic depth. In later years, he continued to evolve, delivering powerful performances in projects like Karpizma, Babel, and Yakamaz S. 245. Each role reflected a clear commitment to growth, proving he could move seamlessly between romance, psychological drama, and intense action-driven narratives. Kıvanç's approach to acting is marked by precision and restraint. He carefully selects roles that test his emotional range and avoid repetition. This balance between mainstream success and artistic credibility has allowed him to remain relevant in an industry defined by constant change. Off-screen, his public image blends sophistication with privacy. He is a prominent figure at international fashion events and global brand campaigns, representing luxury brands while maintaining a controlled and dignified presence in media. His lifestyle reflects discipline and balance. He values family life, physical fitness, and personal space, avoiding unnecessary exposure despite his immense popularity. His marriage and private life are kept largely away from the spotlight, reinforcing his focus on longevity rather than headlines. Kıvanç Tatlıtuğ's influence extends far beyond Turkish television. With a massive international fan base and projects reaching global streaming platforms, he remains one of Turkey's most recognizable and respected actors. His estimated net worth reflects years of consistent work in television, cinema, and high-profile brand endorsements. What truly sets him apart is transformation. From athlete to model, from romantic lead to dramatic powerhouse, Kıvanç has never settled into a single identity. He continues to evolve, take risks, and refine his craft, prioritizing substance over comfort. As of 2026, Kıvanç Tatlıtuğ stands not just as a star, but as a benchmark for excellence and longevity in modern Turkish entertainment. That wraps up today's feature. If you enjoyed this content, like the video and subscribe to Celebrity Fandom for more in-depth celebrity stories. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one. He wasn't born into fame, yet there was always something unmistakable about him. A quiet intensity, a commanding presence, and a natural gravity that pulled attention without effort. Çağatay Ulusoy didn't simply step into Turkish entertainment. He reshaped his image again and again, evolving from a young model into one of the most formidable actors of his generation. You're watching Celebrity Fandom. If you're into deep dives on star journeys, lifestyles, and the real stories behind the spotlight, hit subscribe now and stay tuned for more. Çağatay Ulusoy was born on September 23, 1990, in Istanbul, Turkey. Before cameras, scripts, and global premieres, his path began in the world of modeling. In 2010, he won Best Model of Turkey, a title that opened doors but also placed expectations squarely on his shoulders. Instead of remaining confined to fashion, he made a decisive pivot toward acting, committing himself to formal training and long-term growth. His acting breakthrough came in 2011 with Adini Farah Koydum, where his portrayal of Emir Sarafoglu turned him into a household name across Turkey and the Middle East. The role brought massive popularity, but it also tested him early. Fame arrived fast, and so did scrutiny. Rather than staying in a safe lane, Çağatay chose reinvention. That transformation became unmistakable with Ayserd, where he delivered a powerful performance as Sarp Yılmaz. The crime drama showcased a darker, more complex side of his acting, earning critical acclaim and cementing his credibility beyond romantic leads. It marked a turning point, proving he could carry psychological depth, physical intensity, and emotional restraint all at once. His career then expanded onto the global stage with Netflix's The Protector, making him one of Turkey's first actors to headline an international streaming original. Playing Hakan Demir introduced him to a worldwide audience and positioned him as a symbol of Turkey's growing presence in global entertainment. Rather than chasing constant visibility, Çağatay became known for selective choices. Projects like Yeşilçam paid homage to classic Turkish cinema, while Kubra pushed him into philosophical and psychologically layered territory. In Kubra, he portrayed Gökhan, a character grappling with belief, power, and identity in the digital age, a role that resonated strongly with modern audiences and reinforced his reputation for choosing substance over repetition. Off-screen, Çağatay Ulusoy maintains a notably private and disciplined lifestyle. He avoids excessive media exposure, speaks rarely about his personal life, and lets his work define his public image. This restraint has only amplified his mystique, setting him apart in an industry driven by constant visibility. In fashion and branding, his influence remains strong yet controlled. He collaborates with high-profile brands while staying selective, aligning endorsements with his image rather than overextending his presence. His lifestyle reflects focus, structure, and long-term vision rather than fleeting trends. As of 2026, Çağatay Ulusoy's influence extends well beyond Turkish television. With strong international recognition, sustained streaming success, and a career built on deliberate evolution, his estimated net worth reflects years of consistent work across acting, global projects, and premium brand partnerships. What truly defines him is restraint paired with ambition. From model to actor, from television idol to globally recognized performer, Çağatay has never rushed his growth. He chooses depth over noise, longevity over comfort, and transformation over familiarity. As of 2026, Çağatay Ulusoy stands not just as a leading man, but as a symbol of controlled power, artistic discipline, and quiet dominance in modern entertainment. That wraps up today's feature. If you enjoyed this content, like the video and subscribe to Celebrity Fandom for more in-depth celebrity stories. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.